Would you say 37 million would be enough to get this done? What price point do you think it'll ultimately end up being at?
I think it'll probably ultimately end up being somewhere around that $39 million mark. I think he'll come in just slightly underneath what Myles Garrett gets. At least that's where, I'm kind of putting it right now because, as I said, that's with the caveat that Aiden Hutchinson doesn't break the bank, that a massive Trey Hendrickson deal doesn't come through, Micah Parsons doesn't sign a deal. But right now, if the market stays static, the Steelers get this done before those deals, I think $39 million is going to make about the most sense right now for where Watt and the Steelers will kind of come together. I think they're lower. They're probably around 36 right now. Watt probably wants, 41 right now, and they'll come and meet in the middle. 39 sounds about right.
So peace sign doesn't mean I want traded at all from anything you're hearing.
I don't think so. I don't think he wants traded. Listen, it's not just the public comments he made. I've heard nothing about TJ Watt wanting out. And so I don't even think it'd be worth the Steelers' while, even if he requested a trade. I mean, they can do, if they really wanted to play this, they could let him play out the deal and tag him twice. They could do that. It's not what you want to do. It's what the Bengals have done with guys like T. Higgins and all that, but they could do that. And so I don't think a trade's even quite likely for this in regards to that, but I have not heard anything from either side regarding a trade.
Talking to Nick Farabaugh of PennLive. Nick, where do you fall on this Aaron Rodgers thing? I thought it was going to happen at the McAfee show last night. I was getting excited. And then the closer and closer we got to the McAfee show, the less excitement I had for a potential Rodgers announcement. It was a lot of fun being there, but I thought that the coup de grace at the very end was going to be Rodgers appearing on stage, and it just didn't happen. And now our most logical timeline at this point, I guess, is the draft. I know that nobody truly knows, but what is he waiting for here?
Listen, this is just Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what else to tell you. This is what he does. He did this last time. Remember the Jets and the Packers trade? Remember that? And
took a while.
Rodgers had things he wanted to sign off on. He went on the McAfee show at the beginning of free agency, said, I want to be traded and I intend to play for the New York Jets. And then there were things that had to be checked off by the Jets, by the Packers. And on that Monday before the NFL draft, Aaron Rodgers said, I'll do it. And that's when he got traded. That's probably when this is going to happen. I mean, that's about the realistic time. That's the best educated guess I have. I haven't heard it, but if you look at the history of Rodgers, he does a lot of things draft a week. I don't know why that is, but right now, listen, his name's in the news. Aaron Rodgers likes his name in the news. He does. That has always been something he likes. And so for some of this, I think some of it is for attention. I think some of it is trying to vet out as much as he can about the Steelers organization from all these different things. And I think another part of it is kind of looking at all your options. This is going to be probably his last time in free agency, getting a contract. He's 41. So there's about three parts that coalesce together here. That's probably what is holding this up. Ultimately, though, this is Aaron Rodgers. This is the Rodger train, and it shouldn't be surprising to anybody at all this is taking this long.
Maybe it's just that Aaron Rodgers has never been a free agent before, and he wants to understand the full details of it before he truly decides to make a decision. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I mean, why else would you visit the Steelers, work out with DK Metcalf? I do want to share this tidbit about this.
Yeah.
When people say, how much doubt is there about Rodgers signing? Rodgers organized the visit. The Steelers did not reach out to Rodgers and organize the visit. Rodgers was the one that reached out to them and organized the visit. He was the one that reached out to DK Metcalf and organized that. All of this tells me he's taking initiative and is interested in them. They're still in constant communication, him, Mike Tomlin, et cetera, et cetera. They're still talking with each other. It's not like the Steelers are in darkness. It's not like they don't hear from Aaron Rodgers. So there are some things about this. But the fact that Rodgers is doing a lot of the initiating tells me that he's very interested in the Steelers and that this ultimately gets done. Because now that the McAfee show has passed, I see a lot of people asking, is this actually even going to happen, or is he just going to wait for a team to, get an injury and sign in training camp? I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's quite interested in the Steelers. I think he ultimately does sign because the signs of interest are there.